Ahoy, I'm Jacob Oxlade, and this is a little bit about me.
I was conscripted by my dad from the age of 2 weeks old when I first went out, sort of under his arm. There's a photo of me. And ever since then, I don't know whether it's bad parenting or whether he was just really relaxed, but I just go out in the little dinghy by myself throughout the day and come back at night. As long as I came back at night, that was good. So I do a lot of boating every weekend. We never missed a weekend, and I'd get an extra day off school for the Sanctuary Cove Boat Show. So we always have that together as well. So he sort of was always into boating, never commercially, but he always had boats. So we had a 30-foot Cuddles, and then we had a Fairway 36, and then he's got the boat he's got now, which is a 43-foot Bay Cruiser sort of thing. But he's always loved his classic boats, and we've always looked at this boat in particular and drilled over it. So it was really cool when I got the call from Rob to actually drive it. He said the name of it, and so I was blown away.
It started with Rob calling me to drive for the Brisbane to Gladstone yacht race. So we did that, and then after then I started full time after being on Lady Brisbane for 4 years. Wanted to move on to something that was a bit more ocean going and doing the coastal runs and everything. And this has always been my favourite boat in the world, actually. Ever since I was a kid, I used to look at South Pacific 2 and think to myself, that was my dream boat. And so when Rob called, there was no hesitation at all for me to just tag along and get into it, and it's been great ever since.
Well, it was a great transition from this legendary veteran of Ron to Jacob, and Jacob's just grabbed it and really run with it, and I'm a bit of a novice when it comes to the mechanical side of it, and most of the maintenance side of it, to be honest. And Jacob's just been able to pick it up and run with it. It's been great. Felt really comfortable that the boat's always been in good hands between this Ron now to this next generation of skipper being Jacob. He's got the brain of a 75-year-old, and somehow we have a boat full of adults, but somehow Jacob's the most responsible person, the youngest, but the most responsible person on board, and always come up with crazy ideas and stuff. And Jacob puts some perspective into these and says, "Well, that may not be such a good idea, Rob, if you want to push that boundary." So
It's a stabiliser.
yeah.
We can still do that though.
What's that?
Boom net off the stabiliser.
Oh yeah. So it's a lot of fun. He's the can-do attitude and just making stuff work and do stuff has been fantastic. So.
You know, it's got a great history, and everywhere you go, I've got my South Pacific shirt, and I wear it at the airports. My girlfriend hates it because I wear my South Pacific shirt everywhere. But you get people stopping you in the airport, and they go, "Oh, South Pacific, what do you do on that?" And I said, "Oh, I drive it." They said, "Oh, cool. You know, I went out on that as a kid, or I went." So it really does have an amazing history around the place, and I think that's probably what sums it up, really.
This is my boat, Morton Made.
So Morton Made is it's a 31-foot Clemmy Masters. Clemmy designed and built these boats. They were a production boat for their day. So he built a whole series of them with various arrangements of cabins and engines and all sorts of things like that. Quite a special vessel now, however. I don't know if he expected them to last this long. We've kept her going. However, this one seemed to be the only one with this cabin arrangement, which is quite unique. There was something about Coastwatch that really resonated with the boaties, and he seemed to have a real good way of gaining the trust of people. Because I remember Dad, like as a kid, once again, I'd be talking, as I always talked, but he'd be like, "Jacob, shut up, Brownie's Coastwatch is coming on, and we're going to listen to that." And that was then the plan for the weekend. You know, you'd said it, all right, they've said this. So yeah, it was a really trusted source, particularly for Dad. And this is before like easy internet access and all that sort of stuff as well. So it was the go-to place for sure, yeah. The busier the waterways get, particularly in Moreton Bay, as they get busier, I think it's important for people to be well informed on how to operate safely. From simple things just as, you know, go slow zones and making people aware of them and their wash and the impact it has on other boats and also the environment and things like that. There's definitely a need for that because it's so easy to buy a boat now as well and operate it yourself. And the courses, you know, teach people valuable things, but there's always more to learn than a boat license, you know. So any of those tips people will definitely appreciate. I'd love to be involved and talk about, like I said, talk about boats, particularly classic timber boats. I love that. And even just talking to people and seeing their passion for their boats, I think is really infectious as well. Because you talk to them and he's like, come on board, you know, showing you around and all that sort of stuff. And that's not something everyone gets to experience. So to be able to share that with other people would be awesome. And I'll be watching it myself going forward. I'm eagerly awaiting the release of our first couple of videos and more on other boats as well. So yeah, I look forward to it.